Hey fragrance friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hayley and I review fragrances. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about my current favorite affordable Middle Eastern fragrances. These are all UAE brands that are under $100. The majority of these are under $50, but just one of them is around $80. And I am loving all of these right now. Two of them haven't come out yet. But when I was thinking about the brands I'm loving right now and the fragrances I'm loving right now, I couldn't not talk about them. So hopefully it gives you a little bit of an idea of what's to come before they launch. So I guess without further ado, let's just get started on the fragrances. First up is the newest fragrance, or one of the newer fragrances from Khadlaj, and it is Nafais Sharq. I am so sorry for my pronunciation, but here's a close-up of the bottle. Now, this is such a juicy pear fragrance that's slightly woody and spiced in the dry down. I'm actually wearing this one today, and the opening just sends me into another dimension. Like, every time I spray it, my eyes roll into the back of my head. So the most prominent notes to me are pear. I think it's apricot blossom. It definitely smells apricot-y, kind of jammy, a little bit fruity. I get light spices, I get some vanilla, and I get woods in the base. It is beautiful. Would I recommend this for year round? Do you know what? I think I would, because it is really hot here in the UK today. I got my fan here. It's why I'm filming by a window. And I would wear this today. It's very sweet and juicy, and the pear is super prominent. Even when it dries down, I still get that pear, so I love that about this. I do get the woods in the dry down. I get a little bit of an ambery touch too. It's vanillic. There's some kind of light spices in here for me, but mostly this is quite a fruity, jammy fragrance, and I am totally here for it, especially that pear note. So I can kind of imagine a pear and apricot jam that has had some light spices put through it, maybe some cinnamon and some nutmeg. There's a vanilla-y kind of tone in the base, and then let's imagine some amber and some woods too. So I highly recommend this fragrance. It is a gem and I really love it. Let's move on to Soul of Bali by Swiss Arabian. So I have spoken about this a couple of times recently. And this is such a beautiful summery fragrance. Now, it's called Soul of Bali, so it was inspired by Bali. And this will transport you to a beach in Bali, right? But imagine being on that beach, there's a breeze in the air, you're drinking a fruity cocktail or a fruity mocktail, and there are trees around you and some kind of foliage. So you get kind of natural greenery within this. I think aromatic greenery. You get fruity touches, and I mostly get more mango, papaya, those types of fruity tropical notes. And then there's lots of citruses in the opening too. It's zesty, so you have a little bite from ginger. And it's just such an uplifting, fun, kind of aromatic, fruity fragrance that has an insane sillage. I don't think this is going to be for everyone. You're definitely going to have to enjoy more aromatic fragrances, but I would recommend sampling it because this is fantastic for me, at least anyway. So next up, I'm so sorry for sharing this ahead of time, but honestly, I love it so much. So I tested this when I was in Dubai. I went to the Paris Corner store and I met with the brand owner. And they showed me a couple of fragrances that were coming soon. And I fell in love with this one. And they actually said I could take it home with me. So I've had this for, I think, like 6 weeks. And I have no idea when it's coming out. But I know so many of you are going to love this. This has risen up to being my favorite Paris Corner fragrance. The bottle is beautiful in my opinion. It's one of my favorite bottles. And I am gonna kind of hype it up a little bit because I'm in love with it. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. This to me smells like caramelized apples, candy floss. Oh. I think it is probably inspired by the Cirque du Soleil fragrance. I've not smelled that one before, so I cannot compare it. I also get a popcorn note. So let me know if that sounds like Cirque du Soleil a little bit. That popcorn is buttery and caramelized. You have the caramelized apple. You have a slight candy floss vibe. It is delicious, delectable, edible, just amazing. But it's not out yet. Did I even say the name? Dulzura by Paris Corner. So keep an eye out for this one if it sounds like your kind of thing. Again, I'm sorry to talk about fragrances before they launch, but I couldn't help myself. So next up is another fragrance, unfortunately, that hasn't launched yet, but I have to talk about it because I really love it. I actually am unsure what this one's called. It is French Avenue Veneno, but I'm just going to say it's called Veneno Red because I'm not actually sure of the name. Now, again, I'm not sure when this is launching, probably in July or August, but again, I don't know. French Avenue did send this over to me. Of course, I have worked with them in the past. Now, if you love Venom Incarnate by Stefan Humbert Luca, this smells very, very similar. Again, I don't think this is going to be a mass appealing scent profile. I don't think it's going to be for everyone, but if you like the sound of red fruits, so I'm going to say like a strawberry raspberry vibe with a little bit of leather, some caramel. It's got woods in the base. I think it's supposed to have oud in it. Oh, this is so sexy. Now, if you are a regular viewer of my channel, I've spoken about Venom Incarnate so much over the years. I think it's one of the sexiest fragrances out there. But again, I know it's not for everyone because it could be quite challenging. It smells very unique to me. The combination of the red fruits, the leather, the sweetness, the woody base. But if you like Venom Incarnate or you've wanted this but don't want to spend the coin, you're going to need to check out this one when it launches. Again, it's very new to my collection. I actually haven't had this one that long, but they smell incredibly similar. And of course, this is a fraction of the cost. It has about 7 to 8 hours longevity to me. These fragrances project well. And I personally really like French Avenue fragrances. I think the quality is great and they are doing good things right now. So let's move on to the next fragrance. So Turathi Electric by Afnan. This is, I think, Afnan's newest release. And this smells very similar to Ex Nihilo Blue Talisman, another fragrance that I have in my collection. So normally, to be honest with you, if a fragrance has been inspired by another, I will always have the original in my collection if I'm going to talk about something that smells very similar. I will always support the original. That's just my personal preference. But I will tell you what the difference is here. So Turathi Electric does smell very similar to Blue Talisman, but this is just slightly more sweet in the opening, slightly more citrusy in the opening, and the pear is more prominent. And I'm talking like everyone knows what Blue Talisman smells like. So let me just explain what Turathi Electric smells like. It opens up with lots of pear, sweet, juicy pear. You also have bright citruses. There is a big dose of molecules in here, or something like ambrofix. I'm not sure specifically what note they use in this, but one of those notes that helps your fragrances project, and it gives it an airy, musky quality. It is woody in the dry down, a beautiful, smooth, woody vibe, but you're getting lots of bright citrus. Think bergamot, think lemony kind of lime vibes in the opening, mixed in with some light spices, so let's say ginger, but the pear is the most prominent to me. It's a very woody, musky fragrance. The dry down is pretty musky, to be honest with you. Perfect for the summer. I absolutely adore this one. Let's go with another summery fragrance. So this one is, again, from French Avenue, but it is Aromatix times French Avenue, and this is Platine Blanc. So I tried this one whilst I was in Dubai, whenever that was, 6 weeks ago. This is such a good summer fragrance. It's a freshie that just hits. You could wear this for any occasion. It's one of those easygoing fragrances that's just going to make you feel refreshed, especially in the high heat, but you could wear this in the cooler weather too. To me, this is a mojito in a bottle. So think a very fresh, icy, minty bergamot fragrance. It's a little bit musky too. I just absolutely adore this fragrance. It's a citrus fragrance, right? With a musky-ish dry down, but it has this icy quality to it. I think this is fantastic, and Munib did a fantastic job with this fragrance. You can layer it with so many others, and I just absolutely love this. Actually, all of Munib's fragrances with French Avenue are spot on, to be honest with you. And then lastly, it's Atheeri. I'm so sorry. This is by Lattafa. And I absolutely love this. I think it is fantastic. I would say this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance from Lattafa. This to me is a very sweet, honeyed floral fragrance. Now, they don't list honey in the note breakdown, but I definitely get honey. And even the bottle, it's got a bee on it. It looks like honeycomb. So I'm going to say there's honey in here. Obviously, brands don't list all of the notes that they use, but this is very much, yeah, a honeyed floral with a sweet vanilla dry down. Oh, so good. Oh, it's so, so good. It has a very slight sunscreeny vibe. So it's almost like a beachy, honeyed floral to my nose. You might get something different, but I think this is so good. This is the kind of fragrance that will absolutely get you compliments. You could wear this year round, but to me, it's a beachy, honeyed floral, and it's a 10 out of 10 from Lattafa. So let me know what you thought about these fragrances. Are there any of these that you want me to do an in-depth review on? Because I know I only kind of gave you more first impressions on these, but let me know if any of them stood out to you and if you want to hear more about them. But thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope to see you in a future video to come. Thank you so much and goodbye.